Hello, welcome back. We just talked about how to create your trip in WeTravel, and now we're going to move into showing you how to fully book your products. Without further ado, we're going to move over to our Harborside trip we've been using all along. And I'm just going to go ahead and scroll down to this trip product area and select one. I'm going to go ahead and use this Ole Red Gatlinburg that we're going to book. And this is when you're wanting to request the booking of your product individually. So not the bulk method we showed you in a previous video, but if you just want to go ahead and book one, this is what you would use for the request booking stage. So we're going to go ahead and push request booking. So first it's going to ask you if you already booked this product. So if you have already booked this product, you can say yes, and then we'll ask you when you booked it. If you have not, which in this case I'm going to say no, it'll then move into the booking stage. So first it's going to ask you to select a contact. So we're just going to go ahead and pick a random one here. And then it's going to ask you to put in your product start date and product start time. So we already have our start date in there. For our start time, let's just go ahead and say, since it's dinner buffet, let's just say 6 p.m. And then if you have any other special requests or notes that you would like to include in your request booking email, you can put that in here. And then once you push this blue button, send request email, it will open up an email in your default email on your device you're using. And it will allow you to then edit that request. It comes from your own email address, and you can also put in your own signature line. So if you want to go ahead and have that option to, again, come from your own email address with your signature, use this option and book it individually and push this send request email. I'm not going to push it right now because I don't actually want to book this product with Christy. So when you go ahead and you're booking your products and you want to do that again individually, push that blue send request email. For now, I'm just going to go ahead and click save and return to trip. So again, you do have two options when it comes to request bookings. If you want to go ahead and send that out in mass, you can use that process we outlined here with request product bookings. Otherwise, if you want to do them individually, you have that option by using the request booking. And again, if you've already done it maybe in the sales process, you can go ahead and mark it like we showed, where you can put in a date of when you had booked it. So next, after you've requested that booking and you have that information that came back from the supplier, we're going to move into confirm booking. And what it's going to start asking you is what you have for your booking. So first, are your scheduled date and times the same as the requested ones listed? So if anything changed, we're going to say no, and then you have the option to edit. But if it's the same, just go ahead and say yes. And then later down the line, we're going to fill in that all for you. So then it's going to ask you about your passenger counts. Has anything changed here? I'm going to say, are your passenger numbers the same? Yes, my passenger numbers are the same. Do you want to include the driver in the booking of this product? I'm going to go ahead and say no. Do you want to include the tour director in the booking of this product? Sure. I'm going to go ahead and say yes. Now it's going to ask, did the supplier offer any individual comps? So maybe they said, with your group of 50 people here, we're going to offer you one comp. So we're going to say, yes, they did. And then put in the number that they gave you. So I'm going to put 1. Individual product pricing. Are your booked prices the same as the budgeted ones listed? So if those are the same as before, go ahead and put yes. And the taxes and fees, even if it's blank like you see below, if again you don't have anything different, this price was maybe all inclusive, then you can go ahead and say, yes, my taxes and fees are the same as the budgeted ones listed. But if something did change, again, you can push no and change it here. So we're going to go ahead and put yes. And at this point, if you have an attachment, maybe you want to put that confirmation email, confirmation attachment, whatever you receive from the supplier, you can go ahead and click add attachment and add that document there. Otherwise, you go ahead and push save and return to trip. And at this point, we are filling in all that information for you on the product. If you were booking something such as a motor coach or a hotel, you will notice there is some additional information there for booking. But now that you went ahead and you've confirmed your booking with the supplier, you said, yep, I'm going to go ahead and take that, and I like that price, and everything is going to be good to go. Now we have that product confirmed. But now our last part of the process is in later when you're going to move towards the trip and you want to make sure everything is ready to go, you're going to guarantee your final count. So we contacted the supplier and we said, okay, here is my numbers, here is everything, and I'm ready to guarantee it. So what I'm going to ask here is all of the information below accurate? The schedule, the counts, pricing, taxes, and fees. So what you just want to do is confirm, is this still the same schedule? Yep, it's the same. Are these passenger counts the same as they are before? Yep, those are the same. Individual product pricing. Yes, that is also the same. And again, taxes and fees. If anything is different, you can go ahead and say, no, this is inaccurate. And then it will warn you to go ahead and edit any information that is no longer accurate. So again, you can see, you can then edit whatever needs to be changed. But I'm going to go ahead and say yes. And you can see a different message comes up to proceed to the final itinerary section below. So now that we are guaranteeing this product, we also want to add it to our itinerary. So it's going to ask you some questions as far as having that supplier on your itinerary. Do you want to list this product on your final itinerary? Yes. Do you want to include scheduled times? Let's go ahead and say yes. Do you want to include the end time? We're going to say no because we did not include an end time. Which language do you want to use? So you have the option of standard or override. So standard language you can see is listed right here. If I push override, you will see that I can then put in whatever language I would like to. It does not need to be the exact wording you see here. If you do want to just keep it the same as it was, go ahead and push standard, and then that's what will be selected. Do you want to include the supplier address? Sure. Do you want to include the phone number? We're just going to say yes. Do you want to include the web address? Sure. Now, after you've answered all those questions, you can then confirm that this is what you want it to look like. Maybe we didn't like something on here. Maybe I don't actually want the web address. So now when we said no, you can see that that did change. It removed the web address from here. So once you are all set with that final itinerary language, you can go ahead and push save and return to trip. And then if we scroll down, you will notice it is all completed. So once you have gone through those 3 stages of the booking process on each of your products, it will be marked as completed, so you know you have gone through that. And then again, when you do go through that motor coach or that hotel, you will have some additional questions as far as maybe number of rooms, number of buses, etc. Thank you so much for watching.